Yo, ho, ho, how we doing, guys? How are we doing? Did you enjoy the video? Did you enjoy the video? The old meta horror video, did it not? Did it actually? Oh no, it hasn't sent people through yet. Okay, it's sending them through now. Oh no, it hasn't sent people through yet. Okay, it's sending them through now. Hey, there we go. Okay, how we doing? How we doing? What's up? What's up? All right. Oh, yeah. I remember that you can do that on premieres. You can like have them redirect to a live stream. And I was having a live stream today, so I thought, oh fuck it, I'll just do that and see how we go, and maybe we can have a little chat, see if you guys like the video or not. Now, that one was an old, so I mentioned it in there, but that was an old video that I recut, and the reason I did that was because the old one was pinged by copyright like immediately after I uploaded it, even though I had it in the YouTube system for a week beforehand. And I did it again this time. I put it up there for a week, and I cut out, and I made sure to fix all the things, the issues it said, and we put it up again, and we'll see how we go. If it gets pinged again, and I don't know, I'm just gonna have to give up. Maybe I'll make it a Patreon exclusive video or something. I don't know. But if you do want to see the old version, it's actually a link in the description. It's the new one's better. I removed like one or two lines that were just a bit funny and tightened it up a bit, but it's, there's not much difference. Upload it on Spotify. Oh yes, I shouldn't I? I keep forgetting to look at Spotify. I don't upload certain things to Spotify because they wouldn't make much sense. Like the update, the video about the update, I didn't put on Spotify because it's like, well, it's all visual, and Spotify is mostly for sound, so it didn't seem to make sense. Where is my Spotify link? How do I go to like? Because there's like Spotify for creators. What was the last one I uploaded? Here we go, Spotify for creators. And I gotta log back in, okay. But no, I did try to, but it's just, I've been pretty slow to upload videos in general. Just this past year, because it's been pretty hectic. It's been pretty hectic. Yeah, I think I'm up to date. I just didn't do that update video for the reasons I said. It's just purely visual, right? So I didn't see the point in doing that. When there's 12 Spotify followers, it's like free content, right? I can put it up there, and then those 12 people, you included, maybe they wouldn't have seen my stuff if I hadn't done that at all. So it's worth doing, and I don't have to, it takes me like a couple of minutes to do, and then that's it. Then I don't have to worry about it. So, that's why people will, when they do like YouTube shorts, I'll upload them on like TikTok and Instagram as well, because they're very similar platforms and you don't have to do really anything different. The only time is just the time it takes to upload, right? So, but there's like, my last video, The Labyrinth of the Demon King, that got... What is the difference between what does a Spotify play? Well, it got like 900 people, 900, I guess, listens, right? And it's like, oh, cool. That's, 900 listens it wouldn't have gotten otherwise. What is the difference between a stream and a download and a Spotify play? Why is it telling me this? Streams amount of streams for that song. Plays are counted when Spotify user actively watches or listens to your episode on Spotify. So what's the... So which number matters? I guess it's Spotify plays in. So 600 then. Okay, 600. That's 600 listens I wouldn't have gotten otherwise. So yeah. As my keyboard aggressive typing. Yeah. So who's here? Hello, J. Ron Duray. Over on Twitch and on YouTube, we have Miss Cogsmith. Hello, Pointless Inc. Hello, Heptatilizer. Hello, Vain Game. Hello, La Fiche au Chocolat. Hello, Mortal Monday. Hello, Ras. Hello, Twizenitch. The numbers threw me off. Or is it Twizen1itch? Hello, Resident Rain. Hello, Wheel Skeleton. Hello, Grimes McMoose. How we doing? Oh, thanks for coming in, guys. Really appreciate it. What's up? What's up? But yeah, I hope you guys liked the video. So that's the only sort of old video that I wanted to do that with because of the issue where it got copyright claimed and then it just killed the numbers. Like as soon as it did that, I don't think YouTube's ever addressed this. It's one of those things where it's like, yeah, that happens. Like it just kills the momentum in the algo. Because it was suspicious, or it could suck. So I guess we'll find out. If it does better numbers now, then we can say that yeah, it was the algo. If it doesn't, then we can say it just sucks. But yeah, that was the only old video of mine that I wanted to remake. What I want to do is I do want to do like an introduction into Fear and Hunger, which is kind of covered by my old Fear and Hunger lore video, but it's not quite the same. Like I don't want to just take the same video and then edit the files, right? I would make a brand new video. But we'll see how we go. I got a lot I've got planned. And next month is jam-packed. We've got Silk Song coming out, and I'm still debating whether or not I want to cover that, because that's going to be a lot of work to cover it. And then there is No, I'm Not Human, which I'm definitely going to cover, and then the Silent Hill F, which I'm also definitely going to cover. So I might not be able to cover Silk Song, but that's not really... That wouldn't be a big deal if I don't cover that, because it's not like I've covered those games on my channel before. I did play Hollow Knight, but I think that was off stream. Pretty sure that was off stream. What is this song? This is creepy. Oh, it's from Signalis. Yeah, that makes sense. But I love your perspective on any of the games mentioned. Yeah, so my biggest video ever was one about the No, I'm Not a Human. It wasn't really a demo. It was kind of... I guess you might call it a demo. That's going to be my biggest video for a while, I think. Well, no, you know what? I'll be nice to myself. That's my biggest video for now. It'd be so funny if my next biggest video was the one covering the full release. But yeah, so they've got the full release coming out in 3 weeks or so, thereabouts. And I definitely want to cover Silent Hill F because it just looks awesome. Looks great. I'm a huge weeb, so... really keen for that. And yeah, I was thinking about Silk Song because it's horror adjacent, you know. Hollow Knight's horror. It's close enough, I think, to be able to do that. But if I don't, then I'm not that worried, you know. That makes sense. If you played Encryption, you mean Inscription? I played the very, very first version, which was like a demo ages ago. Hey, Critical Hit Chance, how you doing? I didn't play the full release, no, and I saw some really good videos about it. And if I see a really good video about a topic, then I sort of deprioritize it in my head because I'm thinking like, well, what can I add to the conversation? And I do try to add to the conversation with my videos. I try to do things that, you know, either nobody's talked about before or haven't been thorough enough or haven't made a good enough video. Like, there are some games I want to cover where there are videos about it, but I don't like them very much, so I wouldn't feel like it's pointless to make a video about it, right? So, like, if I was going to do a video about a topic and I see someone like Nexpo covered it, I'd be like, well, there's no fucking point then, is there? Like, what's the point? Because he's you know, people like that are going to make the definitive video on it, and there's lots of people like that, right? So I try to make, whenever I cover a topic, I try to make the definitive video about it. That's my goal. Is that people will not need to watch another video after they've watched mine. That's my goal. Obviously, that's easier said than done. You know, after I released the Labyrinth of the Demon King video, I got a DM from the creator, and he's like, yeah, I like the video. You missed this one important thing though, and I was like, fuck. Yeah, it was really important. I think it would probably change a lot of the vibe of the game, to be honest. I don't know if I should say it because it's word of God, and I don't think it was said publicly, so I want to be careful about that. But yeah, I do. That's what I try to do. So, like with my "No, I'm Not a Human" video, I tried to make the definitive one. You know, whether it is or not, that's a different story, right? But that's what I attempt to. And that's not to say people can't have different takes on it, right? But I try to really do my homework. I don't want to just come up with a theory as fast as possible and like spam a video about it. I don't want to do that. I want to take my time and really think about it from all angles and really try to figure it out. Abiotic Factor Wheel Skeleton, he gets it in one. Boy, I've been playing so much Abiotic Factor. How many hours do I have? Hang on, let me open up Steam. I do want to do a video about Abiotic Factor. That one's going to take a while though, because the game is so fucking huge. Sorry to swear, but man, what a massive game. I just got up to Hydro Plant, and I legitimately don't know what I'm supposed to do. I've explored everywhere, and I have no idea where I'm going. I'm like, what do I do? But man, what an awesome game. I've got, I have been playing it a lot, but I guess not that much. It's 44 hours in it. Whereas compared to Night Rain, I've got 170 hours in Night Rain. I was thinking about doing a Night Rain video, but I don't know. I think I'm just playing that one for fun, so. Making Cypher lore videos, just love about anything. Well, thank you very much. I hope you guys like, that's sort of the goal, isn't it? Like none of it matters if we're not making things that people enjoy, right? Otherwise, it's just self-indulgent. And you can be a little self-indulgent, but you know, got to try and make stuff that you guys enjoy too. And that's always a bit of a challenge. So, anything new to your New God podcast? It's been a long while. There's no plans currently, but I do want to do something with that. I'm working on something else that's a bit different, which isn't. It's different. It's different to the New Gods podcast. I'll say that. And I've been working on it for a little while now, for a few weeks now. And it's probably going to take a while longer, maybe months, on the order of months. I've been working hard on it. And I think I'm cooking up something really cool. I'll have other people involved. I'll have unique art, unique music. Some really cool, very different. I can't say more than that. So I'm pretty excited for that. It's a good thing to have people watch your vids and go to others' vids, because you don't know if they're new to the specific game. Who knows? Your vid might make them a big fan of the game. Exactly. Yeah. And look, honestly, with some of these games, it's really, really hard to figure out exactly what's going on. Like, Fear and Hunger is an exceptional game, don't get me wrong. But it's so very hard to come up with like a definitive theory about almost anything in Fear and Hunger. But even the case of like Me-Side, Vane, like Me-Side, there's like, when I was making it, there was like 2 or 3 competing major theories about what was happening. And I weighed them up and I picked one. And I tried to, in my videos, I do try to stress that, like, you know, what is explicit and what isn't explicit. And what's a theory, and like what I'm cooking up, and what the devs have said and whatnot. But there's usually room for multiple theories, just because of how games are structured these days, and I think that's a good way to go about it, you know. And look, I've never been offended when people have said, like, oh, you know, this theory says this instead, because it's like, well, that's cool. Like, you know, like I have a good chat to some of the other lore heads, like, you know, like Shadow the Axolotl. Like, I've been in one of his videos. So no, it's there's definitely no conflict or anything there. But it's really interesting stuff. Biggest thing you have to do is get across the reservoir to the tower that's by itself. You can skip the swim with a gravity cube jump pack if you have thalassophobia like me. I can't work out how to get in there, because I thought you had to swim across there. Do you just have to gravity cube jump pack? That's kind of lame. I guess it makes sense. You had to use the... Well, you didn't have to use the gravity cube when you first got that either. You could just bridge across, couldn't you? Is there other ways in there? It's all just a theory. A game theory. Theory crafting should be an open-minded area for discussion. Absolutely. It should be. Absolutely. Of course, all of my theories are right, and if you disagree, then you're wrong, but still, you can have your opinions. Just remember that they're incorrect. No. Yeah, so today we're playing a few different little games. A little few indie games that I selected from itch.io, which should be pretty fun. They look kind of fun. So, listening while playing Mega Man X2 for the first time in 30 years. It's a great listen, mate. I'm glad. Creepy Custa. That's a great name. Hate my phobia. Even because playing a game, the thought of swimming in a large body of water is terrifying. It was really freaky in Abiotic Factor as well, because, like, even during the daytime, and even when you've got like lights and all the right equipment, you can only see like a meter in front of you anyway. Like, it's really bad there. And there's big noises and things chasing you. It's pretty spooky. It's pretty spooky. I guess I just had to build a jump pack then. Oh well. I just really like the running legs. I just really like them. They're fun. What's the most recent moment of dread you've had in a video game? Well, Abiotic Factor does have some spooky moments. I wouldn't say I was scared in that, though. It's a little too goofy to scare me. Let me think. Probably Labyrinth of the Demon King. Especially the last tower, the Tower of Crushing Assembly, the prison tower. That was spooky. That was a spooky one. I usually don't get that scared when I'm playing by myself. It's funny, I actually get more scared when I do stuff on stream. Like, I don't put it on. I actually get more scared while doing it, and I don't know why. I think I enjoy things. I emote more when I'm around other people. Like, I remember watching an entire season of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and I hated it. And like, this was like season. I can't remember what season, but it was like halfway through, and I liked all the rest of it, but I just hated this one season. And I was like, man, this sucks. And then I sat down and I watched it with a mate. And I was like, wait, this is actually really funny. Like, some of the best bits in the show. Like, why did I hate it when I was by myself, but I liked it when I was watching it with somebody? I don't understand that. Speaking of not being able to see very far in front of you, it gets worse with the Black Fog event. Oh, yeah, I had that happen once already. That sucked. Bro doesn't feel dread? Yeah, I'm dread-free. So even if we just like post spoilers, but the running legs get a replacement, I'll refrain from posting actual spoilers. Okay, I assumed, because everything seems to have upgrades, so I assumed that would happen. Mine is Doki Doki Literature Club, when they revealed she hanged herself and went in blind. Wow, you went in blind? That's impressive. That's going to be one of the most spoiled games. Well, I guess people talk about it less these days. Like 5 years ago, you couldn't escape spoilers for that game, but you could probably play it blind now without even realizing, right? But no, that would have been super shocking, doing that blind, for real. Having people to watch or do things with you is way better than being alone, I can agree. Should have asked when he most recently felt fancy. Fancy? When was the last time I felt fancy? That's a good question. Oh, I know. I went out to a nice restaurant with my family. With my siblings. And I got... It was a seafood restaurant. And I got oysters. Because I haven't had oysters in ages. Ages! It was in memory of my dad. Because he loved oysters, so... I was like, oh, fuck it. Well, I'll get oysters if that's what we're here to do, so... For his fancy every day. Yeah, I drink with my pinky out. Just got an upgraded night vision goggles when the black fog hit me. You want to see? Too bad. The fog is coming. I think I've watched just about 100 Silent Hill 2 lore videos that are story talk-throughs. That's a big thing, isn't it? People complain about story talk-throughs, and I try really hard to not do that, but... People... So I used to do just lore dumps, right? People are less interested in that because they need to remember the context, and it's really hard to remember the context sometimes. So you have to structure it. So telling what happens in the game helps give you that structure. Now the problem is it's really easy to just tell the story without doing lore, and that's where a lot of channels fall flat. And so what I try and do is, when I write it out, I write out what happens in the game, and then I write out my lore theories and sort of the evidence for it. And then I try to work back the lore section into the main section so it's sort of sprinkled throughout. You usually have to have a section at the end dedicated to lore no matter what, because some things... Well, lore theories will usually rely on the end of the game in some way, so you can't really put that in the middle of the plot, right? But you can sprinkle it through in a way that still flows really nicely. And I did that in my logic video. I think my logic video was the first one I did that in. And I did that in Me-Side, and I did that in all my videos after my logic video. My logic video was the first time I did that, and I feel that was a big changing point in my channel, was that one, personally. But then I went back to the method of just... lore dumping, right? And I did that for the Pocket Cat video because you can't really tell a story about him since he jumps around so much. But I still tried to group it into sections to give it a kind of structure. And that seemed to work out. I wasn't unhappy with that. I don't think it was my best, but I wasn't unhappy with it. And my next lore video, which will be probably titled War in Heaven, is probably what it will be called. You know what? I might show you guys the thumbnail, because I showed off the thumbnail on Patreon, but it's been a while, and I've been still working on it. Let me see if I do. Actually, oh shit! Do I even have the art on this computer? I might not. I don't think I do actually. Hang on, can I just pull it from the Patreon? Let me see. Oh god, I'm not logged in on this computer either. I work on my other computer, on my laptop. And this computer I just use for like games, because this one's getting pretty old. So this one's for streaming and just for games, and I work on my laptop. Okay, we're logged in. Let's see. Let me see if where I posted this. Go away, go away, go on. Here we go. Taking ages to load. Thank you, Patreon. Good lord. Okay. Save image as. And now for some reason you can't just drag and drop files into OBS. It's very odd. It's very odd. And I don't know why they changed that. Oh god, where did I save it? Oh, where did I... Oh man, I'm out of it. Save image. Okay, that's where I saved it. Oh, professional streamer, by the way, guys. Professional streamer. I've lost it. I've lost it. Where is it? Sort by date. Here we go. Okay. Okay. Here is the thumbnail for the next video. Or it'll be this or some variation of this, right? I'll probably end up tweaking it. You have to go through a lot of tweaking to get thumbnails right, and it's very tough. So you can see immediately it's about Ulmer, and because it's called War in Heaven, I think you can guess the topic. Film Theory recently didn't tell any law their recent new Walden Files theory. They actually made me really mad. That's annoying. I hate when the channels do that. There's channels that just talk about like comics and that I watch, and it's like it's just a story description. And it's like you can do a little more than that, bro. Ulmer looks scary as fuck. Yes, so I had my mate Royce do this. Let me just grab his link for you guys. She's got a couple of accounts. Which one did he want? Oh, so yes, just a heads up, there is not safe for work on this one. So just if you're not comfortable looking at not safe for work, don't click that. But yes, that's the artist that drew this, and it's a good friend of mine. And he draws a lot of like big hunky bald guys for some reason. Don't question it. And when I was like, well, I'm doing a video about Ulmer, who can I get to draw a big hunky bald guy for me? And I told him, I'm like, look, he needs to be kind of authoritarian, disdainful, not disgust, but he doesn't like you. You know, he's very strict looking. And I think he absolutely nailed it. I was very happy when I saw that. I just barely disguised fetish. Your friend defended him? No. I asked him. That's what I straight up said. Like, look, this is what I need. And then he drew this, and he came back with this. I was like, man, nailed it. Just perfect. And there's a full body image of Ulmer as well. Hang on, can I pull this up? I'll pull up the full body image too, which is pretty sick. Here, it's massive. It's massive. You know, he's one of those artists that draws things fucking huge, which is fine for me, because, you know, the more detail, the better, right? I did have to say, look, we can't have his penis hanging out. Miro would have the penis hanging out. I have to play by different rules, unfortunately, so no pee-pee in the video. Bro had to find an artist, look at the thumbnail art, and agree to let him make a thumbnail. No, he's a friend of mine. I know a whole bunch of artists. And whenever I need art, or any voice acting or anything like that, I sort of think, like, if I can't... I try to do it myself, but if I can't do it, then I think, well, like, who are my friends? I would rather give money to my friends than some random. And if none of my friends can do it, then I think about, like, people in my community. Because there's a lot of really good artists in the More They Do Moth community. Yeah, see if they can do it. And then if they can't do it, then I would go to, like, Fiverr or something like that, or look around. But thankfully, I haven't needed to do that so far. I haven't needed to go outside of... Mostly, like, most of the time, my friends can do what I need. And obviously, I pay them for it, but... His expression is not surprised, simply disappointed. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. It was like, you have disappointed him, and you really don't want to disappoint him. Looks mildly inconvenienced by crucifixion. Hey, Mr. Octav, how you doing? But yeah, so look forward to that. That one is... I've been doing so much research for it. I've been building some crazy theories. If you follow me on Twitter, you'll probably see the sort of things I'm posting about to give you an idea. I've been digging into, like, every scrap of dialogue I can find from the games, you know, about Venushka, about Ormir, about this and that, and it's something else. It's something else. There's a lot going on. It's a very, very complicated game. Very complicated. I don't know if there's another game series that's as complicated as Fear and Hunger, to be quite honest. I was, yeah, you know, like Elden Ring is definitely up there. But the way it tackles its themes is a little different. You know what? Maybe Elden Ring would be more complicated. Elden Ring is pretty complicated. Really complicated, actually. But Fear and Hunger is probably definitely the biggest indie game, I think. Okay, so how about we get into some games, huh? Do you guys want to play some video games? Let's see. Oh, I just closed my friggin' folder full of games, didn't I? Why did I do that? Games. Look how complicated Fear and Hunger is. It strikes a good middle ground. Yeah. And one issue that FromSoft has with the Souls, etc. games is that what you're actually doing is often a little opaque. So, like, in Dark Souls, it's like... It's not really clear, like what you're supposed to be doing in the main quest and why you're doing it. I don't think you should have to dig too deeply to figure out what the surface story is. And that was still a bit of an issue in Elden Ring, because for some reason they just didn't give Melina, the Fire Maiden, they just didn't give her enough screen time. They gave her like 5 appearances and that was it. And it should have been like 10 times as much as that. She was not a real character at all. And so they still have issues with it. But in Fear and Hunger, the surface level story is pretty clear. What you're doing and why. Yeah. So I think in terms of that, it handles it a bit better. So should have shown up way more often. Zero reason to care about much in Elden Ring. That is the big issue, Magpie. It's like, why do I care about any of this? Like, there's not much reason to care other than I want power, which I guess makes sense, but still. Like, why do I care about this specific thing, right? Why do I care about the tree? Why do I care about the Giant's Forge? Why do I care about, the runes? Like, why care about any characters in Elden Ring other than Snake Girl? Yeah, you got it. Haha, best girl. Okay. So the first game we're playing today is called Garbage Takeout. Now let me just pull up this so I can see the description. And we'll do a little introduction. Now remember, we're recording these for YouTube, so remember to say hi, YouTube. And each video will do a sign-off, but we're not ending stream until we play 4 of these games, okay? So don't leave when I start saying goodbye, because I'm not saying goodbye to you, I'm saying goodbye to YouTube. Apparently this one's a horror, but it looks a bit goofy. Are there multiple endings? Let's see. I don't think so. Oh, there was an update? Oh, minor changes. Okay, don't care. All right. Gameplay. Game capture. Where's the game? There it is. Okay. We're gonna go close up, don't we? Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Mythonics Live. Today, we are playing Garbage Takeout by Dankud. Now, it's garbage day. That's what the game is about. It's about garbage day. You need to throw out all the trash in the trash container, but be careful. There are lots of strangers around. Garbage Takeout Day is a short horror game made in 3 days and based on the developer's dreams. Now, for the best experience, they recommend playing with headphones. Are you guys wearing your headphones? I hope so. Yes, let's get straight into it, guys. Thank you for coming today. There we go. There we go. Okay. Every game is always too loud for some reason. There we go. Let's go. Stalker mode on. Okay. I need to throw out all the trash in the dumpster. Ooh. That's wobbly. Any graphics? No, the controls are just wobbly. What was it, like high or something? Yeah, okay. Wait, mouse sensitivity. Wait, here we go. That's a little better. Okay. Whoa. That was weird. Whoa. Let's just play wobbly. Okay. Okay, let's go. He started Reddit for the Hellraiser game. The artist behind it has some amazing art. Yeah, the little bit I saw of it looked really cool. I'm definitely keen to give it a go. Is there a release date for that yet? Whoa. Yeah, is there a release date for the Hellraiser game? I hope it's not September, because September is already stacked. A lot of motion blur? It is a lot of motion blur. Can we sprint? Oh, we can. Okay. Whoa. One time I visited a couple of friends that I had in Poland, and they lived in areas that looked like this. Well, one of them did. It was kind of cool, because there's nothing like this in Australia. Oh. You almost hit me. Easy clap, bros. Let's go. Let's go. Is a general lesson from horror games just never do anything at night? Yes. Can I get hit by a car? Guess we'll see. Silent Hill sound effects, is it? How you doing, Agumi's Dungeon? Are you the dungeon itself? That's pretty cool. Sentient dungeon. Guess we're not doing that. Listed as coming soon. Okay, that's good. Because, yeah, in September we have Silk Song, we have Silent Hill F, and we have No, I'm Not Human. So it's going to be pretty sick. Pretty stacked month. What's over here? I want to have a look around. You can't interact with these. That's kind of lame. Oh, hello. What? Whoa! Oh man, that was awesome. That was awesome. That was awesome. Okay, I don't know what I expected. Okay, let's go. Let's not do that again. Okay. Does remember they have free will, yeah. Oh man, that was great. Francis Bessicon is the name of the artist in the New Horrors game, and on Townfall as well. And animal. Oh, it's an animal use protocol. What's ghost photographer and altar? That sounds cool. He's on heaps. Can I get hit by this car? Cool. Okay, so we've got 2 bad endings. Okay. No, we got 1 bad ending. Yes, 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 I get it. 1 secret ending. What's the other bad ending? Probably getting murdered by whatever monsters around here. Deltarune fans get crazy over this? I think they're crazy anyway. Cat ending's best ending? 100%. 100%. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I followed that guy on Twitter. Frank Abessa. How do you pronounce that C? Like Queen? Bressa Queen? Let's wait for this guy to go past. That was a cool effect when you got hit by the car, by the way. That was pretty cool. I like that. Okay. Okay. Maybe that was a different artist I'm thinking of. King's Chariot cannot be stopped. If he's been playing off, I should play off, shouldn't I? Do you think it would be too late to do a video about off? I don't have much time though, is the thing. I won't be able to do it for like a month. That's the thing, with some of these games, it's hard to do it later. Like, if you're good enough at YouTube, you can do it a bit later. I'm still struggling with that. That's why I'm trying like different names, like with my Labyrinth of the Demon King video, I called it like Descent into Japanese Hell or something like that. And how I changed the name of the meta horror video. You know, you can make people care if you're good enough at YouTube. And that's tough. It's tough. I'm still figuring it out. But if you get the right... Oh, hey, buddy. How you doing? If you get the right time, then you get it for free. That's why my No I'm Not Human video blew up as well as it did, because it was the right time. If that had been like a couple of weeks later, maybe not, you know. I mean, I'm not discounting the quality of the video. I think I made a good video. I think I made the best video that I could, and I do try to make very good videos. What's his name? Frank Bessa. Yes, I am following him. I thought so. Yes, he does great stuff. He's got the one... Oh! Oh, that's so funny. Oh, man. You scared me. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. What are you doing here at this time, Epstein? Today's garbage day. I understand, but be careful. There's all sorts of idiots walking around here. Yeah, me. Get out of the way. Socializing. Ah! Kenny Lauderdale figured it out because he constantly changes the titles of his video essays. Ah, okay. Hey, Vsauce. Michael here. If anything, there's a plethora of hungry 2010 RPG Maker fans that probably watch. There is. I think there's a whole bunch of those games that you can probably do well with a video about. But if you want to do better, you've got to be careful with the timing. Maybe I should just go back and change the title and thumbnail of some old stuff. To spend a day doing that, that might be fun. Another quickie sippy. I'm thirsty. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Groval. I thought I recognized that. I was just thinking in my head, like, where is that sound from? trash all the way over here? We don't get snow like this in Australia. Maybe down south. But for most of the places, they're just... Oh, that was really loud. Why did you do that for? Man. That was so loud. Goodness gracious. Yeah, it made me jump. But I have more trash? Oh. You know what? That's no. No, we're not doing that. I guess we are doing that. You see how it like flicks around sometimes? I don't. It just does that. I don't know why it does that. Yeah. So I'm moving my mouse this much, and then it just flicks. Whoa. Okay. All right. Guess we're taking out this dude's fucking bloody bag of trash. That was a weird noise. Look, bros, if I die here and I have to replay the entire game again, I don't know if I have it in me. I don't know. Thanks for coming in, Resident Raid. Really appreciate it. He's fast. Hi. Horror game characters, when they have free will and don't have to do the thing that'll kill them. Exactly. It's like, I'm not doing that, bro. Are you kidding? Are you joking? Oh, he's coming. Oh, he is fast. I kind of want to get caught by him so we see what happens. Let's do that. Let's get caught by him. I took my headphones out before that happened. That's so loud. Bloody bag. Bad ending. Ending 2 out of 3. That's the same bad ending? I don't know, bros. We'll try it. We'll do it. Come on. We'll speed run. Let's go. Speed run. Change the titles. This game is crazy. You won't believe why. Maybe I should. 50 psychic damage taken. Yeah, just to show you a knife. Look at my cool knife. I got a cool knife once for my birthday. And I was showing it to people. And I had this girl ask, like, why? Why did you get a cool knife? And I'm like, because it's cool? I did not understand the question. Get the red jewel, play Midnight Salada with zombies. No, I have to go home and eat a frozen pizza. Exactly. 1 good, ending 2 dead, ending 3 lore, accurate ending. So true. Plus secret cat ending. Do you run up to people at night and show them? I did. Once. This is actually a comfy little spot though. It would probably suck when it's like full of people, but... and probably be really loud and annoying. But... it's kind of comfy. He's spooky. Woo, woo. I sit here and eat my food pizza. What other kind of pizza is there? Hey, Shingetsu, how you doing? Alright, you guys ready for a jump scare? It's gonna be loud, and I'm not gonna turn it down. I think this is a run past jump scare, right? Ah, oh no, it's this guy. Okay. Liquid pizza. Liquid snake. Aye, aye, Captain. I can't hear you. Aye, aye, Captain. Oh. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? Absorbent and yellow and porous is he. If nautical nonsense be something you wish, then drop on the deck and flop like a fish. Ready! Do you remember those memes that were like gaseous snake? That was so funny. There's solid snake, there's liquid snake, so that must mean there was gas snake. Oh, there we go. Okay. Man, Metal Gear Solid games had immaculate vibes, but in hindsight, they had massive flaws. I don't think any of them didn't have massive flaws. This is a run past jump scare. You know, like the first games had the control issues. Metal Gear Solid 2 was really short. Metal Gear Solid 3 had big control issues. And 4 was obviously, you know, a movie. 5 was just completely unfinished and really disappointing. And, you know, I'm not saying that they're like, you know, Kojima's fault all the time necessarily. Like 5, he was screwed over by Konami, but, you know. And then I was playing Death Stranding. Did not like it. Did not like it. It's, I said... What did I say on like Twitter? It was like, Kojima loves movies so much, he made the first game where it's possible to... Where it's intended to be played while watching a movie. It insists upon itself. After you ran into the house, a man started to knock on the door. You entered the apartment, you immediately called the police. The police tamed the man. You are now safe. Wow. Good ending. I think that's all the endings, right? I got murdered by the guy, I got hit by the car, I survived, and I got punted into the stratosphere by the cat. If I don't have to trust remakes, there's not often point to remakes unless you can't play it. Like, if they remade, like, well, like the early Metal Gear Solids, like 4 or something like that, because they're difficult to play now, I think that's fine. But when it's a game like they remade Lisa, what was the point in remaking Lisa? You can still just play the game now. It's fine. So, I think... Or if it's like a massive graphical overhaul, I kind of don't see the point in that, but at least I would understand paying for it, you know. One horror game where everything actually ends well. Yeah. Remember how Konami lost all the code to Silent Hill games? Did they? I didn't hear about that. People think that they lost the Bloodborne code because there's just not even like a remake. So it's kind of crazy that... It's so crazy that they did nothing, absolutely nothing for the 10-year anniversary. That was insane that they did that. Anyway, what do you guys think about Garbage Takeout Day? Huh? That's fun. Fun little spooky game. I'm more interested in this Dark Descent thing going on here. I like SCP, but I kind of don't like these enemies things. I don't think they're too interesting. Isn't that like the smile dog face? I think it is. And what's going on over here, by the way, with this dude just dancing up in the corner? Yeah, chill little game. This is the sort of game you play when you want a random little itch.io horror game. It's perfect for that. I like it. Your animation is that old SCP game. My animation. Okay, yeah. But yes, thank you. Hang on, let me do this. Let me time this right. There we go. Thank you guys for coming in and watching. You've been watching Mythonics Live, playing Garbage Takeout Day. My name's Morthe Duke, and remember, you're never alone in the dark. Okay, That was the first recording done. Let's see. Thought it was a redeem animation. Oh, down in the corner. No. Side note, when List of Painful was remade, my little teenage self reached out to Dingling to ask him questions, and he seemed nice. He did seem like a nice guy, old Dingling. Apparently he lost it a bit, but I don't know. I'm not like interacting with the guy. He joined like a games collective, and those things always end up like really bad. So making absolute garbage. So speaking of SCP, I think Abiotic Factor nailed and even improved on some of the monsters like the Reaper. I think Abiotic Factor is a really, really good SCP game. I haven't played a lot of them though. I want to go through and I want to play a bunch of SCP games at one point. Maybe we'll do a day of just SCP games. But yeah, Abiotic Factor is an awesome take on it, I think. Where's the drop? What do you mean? Didn't know that. Hope he's all right. I think he just went crazy. I think he's like physically all right. Okay, the next game we're playing is called the Midnight Bus. Midnight Bus. Here's a link for it. The link's down in the description if you're on YouTube. If you are not on YouTube, here, I'll post it. Fantastic stream setup. Thank you. I still want to work on it some more, but every time I work on things, I just think, well, I should be working on a main channel video. I deprioritize streams, and I should really just spend like a good solid week just fixing my streams up. I have ideas for what I want to do, but it's just very time consuming. On Debus. Hasn't SCP devolved into just unoriginal monsters / killers and power scaling? I will say this. Pretty much all the criticisms that people have of modern SCP apply to old SCP as well. There's just more of it now, and you're also not 14 years old anymore. So, that being said, it's not like I've gone through and read every single SCP entry to see if they actually do get worse, but I think there's just a larger chance of finding bad stuff when there's so much more of it, you know. And man, I will say, when they have like the unique layouts on the page, that's interesting the first time, but like the 10th time you click on one and it's got some random annoying layout, it's like I'm not reading this. I'm just done. Like I'm not going to read this. Is it biased that bad new ones get more exposure than any good new ones? I think I suspect there is a little bit of that bias where people think it's bad and so they sort of don't pay attention to the good ones. You know what we should do one day is we should just go through and just read a whole bunch of SCPs from each generation to see how they stack up. Maybe we'll but there's like 1,000 in each generation. So that's an insane amount. That is an insane amount. Maybe we'll pick like, I don't know. Maybe it could just be like a massive project where we just go through and read every single SCP. That might be fun to do. We probably just remember the good ones because they've withstood the test of time. Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, like people say, oh, you know, there's ones where it's just, this thing will kill everything. And it's like, well, you've got like, you know, the devil and stuff in there in really early ones. And people are like, well, now these ones are just like, you know, sexy ERP devices. And it's like, well, you had one that was so controversial. It was like a 16-year-old succubus that feeds on, you know, the thing that succubi feed on, right? And that was like a super early one as well. So I would suspect, like, I think people are a little critical of the later ones compared to the early ones. I wouldn't be surprised if they got shit over the ages. I'm not saying they definitely didn't. I wouldn't be surprised. But I get the impression we are a little critical of the later ones compared to the early ones. Roll dice, that might be fun. I enjoy SCP, there are many good entries and lots of good cosmic horror. I mean, listen to audio recording, so yeah, there's that channel Volgan that does a lot of good ones. Main horrendous one I remember is the weird Homestuck fanfiction one. Yeah, wasn't it the trans Homestuck satellite? Which is an insane description of an SCP. Still remember the Hello Kitty panties? What? That sounds insane. That sounds insane. I kind of that's a fun idea for a whole bunch of streams, isn't it? I'm gonna write that down. That would be like a months of streams though, because there's so many streams where we just read through SCP. Like I guess we could do it in order. reading through SCPs in order. Or maybe we could go like every 10th SCP or something. No, but then you won't. See, that's the thing, right? When you pick randomly, you don't get a good idea of the whole section, right? So say you picked every 100, you pick a random one out of each 100, so then you only read 10 for each generation. Then it's like, well, what if you... It's pretty easy to only get... like if you're only reading, 1 out of 100, that's like 99% of it you're not reading, and it's really easy to miss the whole vibe of a generation that way, right? So, finished watching a kind of danger video, and this is the first stream I've seen of you live, like a few minutes in hearing you saying something outrageous. We try to be spicy here on More They Do channel. No, that might be a fun stream series. Like maybe just do that once a week. Okay, hey, we're just gonna go down the list and read every single SCP on stream. That'd be fun. It's kind of fun. I wonder if I could do a collab, get some people in. Hey, brother. Yeah, good, big papa. Yeah, going really well. We're just playing some video games. That reminds me, we should actually keep playing. Routine Foundation scans detected electromagnetic broadcast being transmitted from an otherwise empty section of Luna's surface to the headquarters of social media company Tumblr. Good lord. That sounds awful. I can't wait till we get to that one. Be amazing to play Delta Green TTRPG with you. I think the RPG really suits your vibe. X-Files / Cthulhu Mythos / cult / bureaucracy. I should look into that. I have done TTRPGs in the past. So what's it called? Delta Green, you say? I'll look into that. But I struggled to get into them. I remember I had a long-running one with some friends of mine, hosted by it was entirely VTuber. TTRPG, where we did not Magic the Gathering, Vampire the Masquerade, and I was a... What was it? What are the clans again? Vampire the Masquerade clans. It's been ages. Malkavian? They're the crazy ones, right? Yeah. Yes, I was a Malkavian detective who would go crazy, and I had very bad combat stats, and every time I was the stealth of the group. So whenever I would try and do a stealth roll, this happened like 3 times, I would do the blood crit, where it was like, you succeeded, and you succeeded really well, but it also makes you go crazy because you're a Malkavian. So every time I'd have like perfect stealth, and I'd start seeing visions of dead people and going crazy and taking out my gun and shooting in the air, and it was awesome. It was so much fun playing that. But yeah, I don't know what it is. I tried to do another one where we were doing the fairy tale supplement of Vampire the Masquerade, which I can't remember what that's called. And I don't know what it was. I couldn't get into it, and I don't know. I know, and I've tried to do TTRPGs, so they were both streamed, and I tried to do it privately with friends as well, and it just didn't click with me, and I think I'm just not really cut out for it. So I have other creative outlets. I think that's the thing. It's like, if it's not making content, I kind of don't want to do it. I could put up with it for a stream, but yeah. I just wanted to play Lords of Creation. Heard it was rated mediocre, but the module settings had that old doorstopper sci-fi fantasy novel vibe. That sounds cool. Surprised you haven't tried Call of Cthulhu TTRPG. It's also something you might enjoy, extremely popular in Japan. Call of Cthulhu. I'll look into that too. The last Cthulhu game I played was Sinking City. Man, that had dog shit writing. Atrocious writing. I actually stopped because I saw the writing was really bad, and I was sort of getting put off by it. And then they made a Trump joke and set in like 1940s America, and I was like, man, this is a final straw. If your writing is so bad, you've got to make a modern political joke. I'm done. I'm out. So I stopped playing right there. Oh man, it's like, guys, come on, you can do better than just some random modern political joke. Please do better. It's not that hard. No, yeah. Sinking City I enjoyed, but I lost my save and a hard drive. Hey, Carla, how you doing, man? That's you guys. You're my moth cult. Ever considering playing a long game on YouTube more? They tempted to recommend Void Stranger. I played that a little bit. I couldn't get into it, but I could try it again. I do prefer not playing longer games on stream. Maybe I will do work streams if I want to do a video about it. Like maybe like if I decide to do a video about like Hollow Knight, maybe I'll do that, but we'll see. Good and bad ways to integrate politics into your media. That's not one of them. Well, naturally, right? If you have... So there was... Somebody said something like... I can't remember how they phrased it, but it was like... you know, if you think about political things, those things are naturally going to make their way into your art, so you don't have to make something that's explicitly political. So, like, say you're someone who likes communism, right? And you're a full-blown communist person, right? There are two ways to go about it. You can make a game that is literally saying, I love communism is great, do this. That's basically going to be cringe no matter what, even for people who are pro-communism, right? But if you make a game that just uses those themes, and naturally, if you do think those things are good, those themes will naturally come through in your work anyway, then... So, like, I don't know, maybe a story about, you know... sharing. you know what I mean. Maybe it's a city builder game, and you know you sort of naturally make the, you know, it's you make it slightly better to have higher taxes and free things and whatnot. For example, it's a really bad example, but you get what I mean. Naturally, those things are going to come through. So obviously, everybody has political opinions. Some people more than others, but obviously people do. But the way to go about it isn't if you dislike Trump, the worst possible thing you can do is just straight up put a Trump joke in a game that's got nothing to do with modern politics. If the game was about modern politics, then that would be a different story, but it's not. You know? Yeah, so there was, if you recall, there's a section, so there's the KKK in the game. And there's a section where I think you start fighting them directly, and you find out that they are involved with a local politician. And you find one of the local politician's flyers, and he said, and like it ends with him saying, make whatever the city's name is great again. And it's like, they already set up that you're very clearly supposed to hate this guy, and it's just so tiresome when it's like, oh, here's this guy you're supposed to hate. Isn't he exactly like this modern politician? It's like, I don't care about your politics. I do not care. I play games to get away from this. I don't want to hear what your shitty political takes are, okay? I don't. Wow, Trump is like the KKK? That's something I haven't heard before. Please shut up. I see 20 posts like that on every time I open up Twitter. I don't need to see it in a video game about Lovecraft. I don't. Of course, but that's obviously not what they were referencing. It's pretty obviously not what they were doing. Like, there's subtle ways to go about it. You know, if you do want to make a Trump caricature, make him like a slimy businessman, right? Make a slimy businessman populist, right? And you can instantly see how that makes a character more interesting than just saying, oh, look at him, he's Trump, right? He says the thing Trump said. Because he's an actual character now. Instead of just, it's Trump, and it's like, oh no, he's a sleazy businessman, a sleazy, slimy businessman that's very charismatic. Oh, you can do more with that. If it's just, this is just literally, oh, it's literally this politician, then it's like, well, there's limits to what you can do with it. It's just objectively bad writing to do that. So, very, very lazy. And I think it's very disrespectful to your audience when you do stuff like that. And it'd be the same if it's, I'm not saying this to defend Trump or anything. It's just, it's the same when if it was Biden, if it was anybody else, right? It's just very lazy to say, hey, you have to hate this guy, and we're making fun of him because he's this guy that I don't like. Like, I don't care. I don't care what your politics are. Just shut up, please. Yeah, let's move on. Can I have this idea of themes sort of subconsciously manifesting itself in the art created? Well, it does. It naturally does. If your opinions will always come through in whatever you create, no matter what it is. That's just how we work. And like, when it comes down to my my lore videos, it's what I'm thinking about at the time, and I'm going to prefer certain things because of the life I've had. Other people will prefer certain theories because of the lives they had. So, I don't like talking about politics, but I like talking about the reasons why people do things. I find that very interesting. Why a developer would want to make a comment like that in the middle of a game that's got nothing to do with that. And you've got to be careful talking about that, because people will think, oh, that means you're defending whoever. And it's like, well, no, it's not. It's different. It's like the next level up. I find those discussions very, very interesting. But you do have to be really careful, because it's a classic thing, right? Where you say, oh, I like pancakes. Oh, that means you hate waffles? No. But yes, works in South Park, but not that. Exactly, like South Park. That the whole point of South Park is to make fun of stuff. So making fun of someone isn't out of place in a game that's about Cthulhu monsters. It's very out of place. Politics and religion are a minefield. They are. But just remember that I'm objectively right. All of my takes are objectively right. And if you disagree with me, then you are wrong. So you're wrong. Just remember that. Oh, that's a cool intro. You guys didn't see it. Okay, let's do our introduction. Say hi to YouTube, everybody. Good. I need to press record. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Mythonics Live again. Today, we are playing a game called The Midnight Bus. So, after a day of exhausting work, it's finally time to go home. But all the roads in the city are closed because of the snow, and your only hope is to take the last bus of the day. Now it's midnight, and the vehicle has questionable conditions. The driver has not taken a route of very passable because of the situation. Tiredness overcomes you, and when you wake up, you find yourself alone in the bus in the middle of nowhere. Or not. Ooh, spooky. Okay. This sounds fun. The link, of course, as always, is down in the description, and let's start playing. The first test, guys. The first test. Are we American or are we Spanish? I think I'm probably closer to America, I would say. Geographically, though. Australia's probably closer to... Is it? I don't know. I wonder if we're... No, we're closer to America. We're closer to America. The two genders, yeah. Do you speak American? Yeah, yeehaw! I speak American. Let's go. I'll talk like this for the entire time. Oh, let's just stop this little old music here. There we go. Midnight Bus. Hello, Ichihara, and goodbye, Ichihara. Damn, I'm beat. That was a fucked up double shift. All I want to do is crash in my bed when I get home, so Here I go on the midnight bus. Yo, yo, they said it. They said midnight bus. Driver took some backcountry route. Seems like it's gonna be a long ride. The main roads are all jammed up with snow, so I'm crossing my fingers this jalopy doesn't blow up. Jalopy is such a good word. Absolute cinema. Peak voice acting, why thank you. I'm extremely fatigued and worn out at the moment. What are we, some kind of midnight bus? Yawn. This is like that Japanese urban legend, isn't it? Except they have it on a train. Fuck! What happened? Where the hell is everybody? I am really quite tall. Can I sit back down? I can. There is only one ending though, so we're not just gonna sit here and wait, which is pretty funny sometimes in games. Let's see. It's locked. Oh heavens, am I just clipping I'm just clipping through. I am so tall. I am like 7 foot tall. Aw heck. Hello? Anybody there? I reckon you already tried the midnight meat train before taking the bus. That movie was kind of funny. I don't know why I saw that. That was kind of random. I think I saw that when DVD stores were still around. Because I remember with some of my family members, we quite liked... Could be dangerous. Oh, lordy. Guess we're not going that way. We quite liked... Oh, I guess we're going this way. We quite liked to go and get a whole bunch of horror movies and whatnot. Where am I supposed to go? Least terrifying night in Appalachia. Yeah, I guess I can't... What's... Volinga. That movie was from 2008. Good heavens. Good heavens. You sound very southern. Why, thank you. Intermittence. It doesn't seem to work. Okay. What a piece of junk. It's a miracle there's still light here. Okay. Can I, like, just sit down and sleep it off, or did I hit my... Oh, it is dark. Where the hell am I? Good question. Maybe looking through the windows I can get an idea. I was just outside. Isn't that better than looking through the windows? Someone from West Virginia, this happens a lot. Oh, I hope not. F. Yes, I want to look. What does that sign say? I think it says Vulmore. Where is Vulmore? Okay. Well, can we... Oh, golly, this is dark. A move to Minnesota. Now that is a really good name for a state, Minnesota. Oh, what the heck? Hello?
Open up. I'm freezing my nuts off.
Sure. Jeez, you scared the crap out of me. Who are you? When I stepped out, there wasn't a soul in sight.
Does it matter? Open up and we'll talk inside.
Soda. Are you the bus driver? What are you doing out there?
Can't you see? We're stuck. Something's wrong with the radio. I was looking for help.
This is an AI voice. Where are the other passengers?
Why all the questions? You gonna let me in or what?
Sure, let's let him in. Nothing to do? What do you mean nothing to do? I don't want to go out. Well, no, I don't want to go out. I want to open the door. How do I... One of those, same AI voice? That is a very good question. I don't want to go... No, I don't want to go out either. I want to open the door. Good heavens. Doesn't work? Really? Well, now I am just getting agitated. Can I open this door? What the heck is... What do you mean? Seems like it's coming up on the bus. Can I get out of this side, then? What is going on? Am I... My friends, I am not having a good time. I'm stuck. Must have been a trick of the light. I'm so damn tired, I'm seeing things. Can I turn these settings down? Oh, here we go. Let's turn it down to, like, low. Maybe that'll help. Continue. Did that even change anything? Good heavens. It did not. It did not change anything, and I am now stuck on the bus. Since I know one service that's popular, you can create three voices for free, so I don't know why they don't use that. Yeah! Aren't there like a whole bunch of voice services? You can, I have to restart the bus game. I have to restart the bus game because we are stuck. We are stuck on the bus. Can I just like click through this really quick? No, I cannot. I cannot click through this really quick. Now, this is something that is quite annoying that I do wish every game dev would employ this technique, this forbidden technique of letting you mash through dialogue. Because your writing is often bad, and I do not want to see it more than once. Raw ass game. Where the heck is everybody? Please stop cussing. Hello? Anybody there? Where the heck is the driver? This is a More They Do stream. We do not cuss here. What a piece of junk. Well, we can say junk. That's not so bad. What the heck was that? That's different. Is there random events in this game? Could be dangerous. Oh, golly. I sense another scathing review from Mr. More They Do. I agree. I'm just going to leave the door open now. Oh, I guess I cannot. Okay, let's go sit down. And hopefully we don't get stuck. I'm just going to sit here and freeze my nuts off, as they say. It's locked. It's starting to sound like the Knives Out guy. I have not seen that movie. It seemed kind of lame. Hey, I'd have said that. This is a family-friendly Christian stream brought to you by Morthay's Most Holy Baptist Confederation. You know, I would actually quite like to go to one of those healing churches. I know they're Protestants and I'm not quite one of them, but I think it would be fun. What are they? A tent revival. Ever since I've wanted to for years, but I saw it in True Detective when I rewatched again recently, and I thought, well, heck, I definitely want to go. Can I just sit down? What the heck was that? Amen. Oh, hello. You are one creepy fella. Golly. True Detective is so good. It is. I rewatched it recently because I was thinking about doing a video covering some of the topics in it. I didn't end up finishing that script because a lot was happening, but I rewatched the first season, and it is, of course, still a masterpiece, but I decided to watch season 4 after that, and good heavens, my friends, that is a shit fest. That was so bad, I'm breaking my rule on swearing. George? My name is not George. Well, you're gonna have to wait a hot minute, my friend. Hello, can you hear me?
You're not George. Who are you? And where's George?
Good question. I need help. I'm stuck on this bus. George has got to be the driver, right?
Dude, what went down? And where's George?
That's the thing, man. I do not know. I think I fell asleep on the bus for a moment, and when I woke up, this jalopy had crashed, and the driver was gone.
It doesn't make sense. George wouldn't get rid of his old bus just like that.
Buddy, I don't care if it doesn't make sense. I am just telling you what happened.
Are you alone? No other passengers with you?
No, it's just me. Or so I think.
What do you mean?
What the hell does... Yeah. I don't know, mate. I don't know, mate. There's something lurking there. Help me out, please.
Okay. Calm down a bit. Maybe the situation has clouded your mind.
No, it hasn't clouded my mind. We are stuck in a snowstorm, and there is a demon outside, and it is coming for my nuts.
Can you pinpoint where you're at? Do you see anything you can recognize?
Yes, there is a sign for... Vulmore City.
Culver City? What the hell are you doing there?
I do not know, sir. I was asleep. I would like to know. Yes, please come. Please hurry up. This demon is coming for me. Australian accents are way cuter than southern accents, and I will die on that hill if need be. Look, I agree. Come on, damn it. Itching for you to finish any sentence with yuck, like Goofy. Yuck. Doesn't work. This voice sounds way better than the other one. I think I need to practice my American accents because I start to mix up the different southern patois. Can I go outside? I would like to die now. I don't want to go out. Well, I do, mister. Yeah, I watched the first episode of True Detective Season 4, and whoo boy! That was one of the worst pieces of television I have ever seen. And look, some of my family members enjoy the random TV shows that show up on, like, Netflix and whatnot. Some of the really bad ones. And I've watched them with them, and they're not very good. But... you know, you can just put them on in the background and it's fine. But True Detective Season 4, that was, like, offensively bad. It is offensively... I watched the first episode and I thought it was a joke being played on me. And then I just stopped, and then I put on Idolmaster with the one with Muse and season 1. And by gosh, that was a palate cleanser. That was an entertaining show. Try a Cockney accent or something. Overly zealous crocodile hunter on the prowl for content. That's a bit of a mix between... Crocodile Hunter isn't Cockney. He's Australian. What am I doing? Am I supposed to be doing something? Is that as Miss Wilson, but transition to do something? Yeah, I need to practice. German. I don't think I can do a German accent. I can do the Germans. Do a German accent, yeah. It's more Austrian. From the Terminator. Hence the... oh, sorry. I did not see that. I will do a German. Doing a crocodile hunter accent. Mate. Core blimey. What am I doing in this game? What is happening? Am I supposed to, like, look out windows or something? Yes, look. I'm gonna get jump scared, huh? Vulmore City. Yeah. I can't go out. I can't... Is there any other windows I can look out of? Can I look at this? Doesn't work. Can I look at this? Intermittence. Doesn't seem to work. What am I doing? Oh. Does that literally all I had to do? Was find that one trigger? Definitely something out there. Guys, there's definitely something out there. We'll try and find the little bugger. He's a slippery one. Oh, you can hear his mating cry now. You got to be careful though. You grab your nuts, freeze them off. Hello, little fella. Damn. He's trying to get in. You be careful, these little blighters. They'll get you. Never forgive Netflix for cancelling its adaptation of Archive 81. That was the one where there was like the two people, right? With the woman in the woman in like the apartment building, and then the dude in like the facility.
Let me in.
Yeah, let him in. What do you want? How do I know you're legit? You said the radio is busted. I was able to communicate with someone to say.
Understand. I just need you to let me in to see if we can fix this thing and get out of here.
Yo, J-Rez, thank you very much. Enjoy your few hungry vids. Have you ever heard of the game Butcher's Creek? I haven't. No. Maybe. Let me write that down. That does sound familiar, actually. Hang on. Butcher's Creek, as the French call it. Last semester towards final season, here in Stuttgart, I went up having to get an emergency surgery in the ER, and once I was in the operating room, I was pissing off a nurse and filling with my IV. He was so mad. He started basically screaming, "Stop!" with a heavy German accent. I was high and very amused. He egged me on. That's so funny. Stop! Butcher's Creek. Stop. Stop it. Stop fiddling with your IV. What's a bogan? You might consider them... They're not quite the same. It is a bit different, but you might consider them similar to like trailer park people. We don't have trailer parks in Australia, but you might consider them like they fulfill a really similar ecological niche as trailer park people. Knock my ass back out. Remember the same guy who made Dusk? More like stop, stop, stop. People theorize even if it did well, it was cancelled because season 2 would have required a very large budget. Netflix created One Piece. They have no excuse. Netflix is kind of they're kind of weird like that. You could have done it before. Why did you leave? Like I said, I was trying to find help. Can you open up already? Yes, I do. Yes, I'm gonna open. Well, I just said... yeah, I would open it up. Need a sec to get my head straight, I guess. Probably got a concussion, dude. This looks like a horror... Whoa! Oh. What the heck? What the hecky? This kind of reminds me of that scene from Twin Peaks. That was way scarier. That was such a good scene. I kind of don't care about this game. Do you hear me? No. That was a fucking nightmare. But it seems so real. Whoa, whoa. Stop the breathing. Stop the breathing. You were telling me how to feel. It's like a heartbeat sound effects. You were telling me how to feel, and I don't like it. Yes, man, I'm listening. Cool. Okay, I'll just chill out here. I'm just gonna sleep. Why was he walking? That doesn't make any sense. Why is he walking? Okay. Cool. Good lord. See, the problem with a lot of horror games is that you don't do anything. That's the problem with a lot of indie horror games, is that they just do set pieces and you're not actually doing anything. I blame Amnesia for that, actually. Yes, yes, yes. You're very spooky. I don't care. Heavy breathing and heartbeats are laugh tracks for horror games. They are. They it literally is, yeah. Is it real or just in my head? In your head. In your head. Zombie. Let me out. Oh, there he is. Must be the help. I should go to the door. He's gonna get murdered right in front of my eyes. Oh, yes. It's bait? I hope so. Put me out of my fucking misery. Don't start singing zombie, I'll never get out of my head. You are dead! Oh no! Oh no, deja vu. Go out. Oh. Oh. Oh, this is the best feature this game has had the entire time, and I wish more indie horror games did this. Oh, it's just putting me right back at this choice. Let's watch this guy get murdered. Oh. Yeah, got him. Cool. It's kind of like, Jeepers Creepers, right? They had that bus. And there was that, I remember that one person said, people only show you who they really are when they're scared or when they're drunk. And I kind of disagree with that, but I just remember that line. Ooh. Hey, Zealot Drake, how you doing? We're playing some bad indie horror games. Chewing meat, yum yum yum. I preferred you. Scared lamb meat doesn't taste good. I am scared though. Okay. Zombie, zombie, zombie. You have a confession? Oh no. It's not my fault. I wanted to let him in. Am I going to die here? I did want to let him in, but he just wouldn't come in for some reason. He was begging me to come in, and I said yes, and then he just got mad and ran away. You called the police on me about yesterday's stream, didn't you? It's over. I'm done, guys.
Hey, do you copy? We have received your call for help. We are coming.
Yeah. If you would have preferred us, why not just break the window or accept your request? That's actually a good question. Hello, help. Intermittence. Damn it. Last video went through 3 uploads and 16 edits. Oh no. Sometimes it's not easy to get it right. There's a saying, kill your darlings. If something doesn't work, it doesn't matter how much you like it, it doesn't work. And there's been times in my videos where I've got like a perfect line, perfect delivery, perfect, scene, and like I watched the video back and it's like, it doesn't fit, it doesn't belong, get rid of it. Don't you usually only start losing your mind after being away for more than 24 hours? Yeah, I think so, yeah. I feel like I lose my mind about like 2 hours after I wake up though, so maybe it's a bit different. I've already looked. We have. Can I like... If I get stuck again, I'm gonna flip out. That's locked. What are we doing? And when I'm like... When something isn't working, I leave it for a while. And I try to brainstorm completely different things. Just completely different. Sometimes, because, so if I'm making something, and obviously you put your best foot forward and you try what you think would work normally. But if that doesn't work, then it's like, oh, okay, well then let's try something completely different, out of left field. And sometimes that works really well. Because it's like, well, this doesn't work, I may as well try something else. Lose my mind the moment I'm fully conscious and continue to lose more of it until the next time the sun comes up. Like, I'm going unconscious. Why did every sun go up? Me too, we had 7 different people with conflicting ideas. Good lord! You know what my advice is? Get rid of 6 of those people.
Hey, stop right there.
We're the Forest Rangers. Got a call for help. Are you Hank?
I sure am. No? Who's Hank? The driver? I think something happened to him.
What do you mean? Hold up. Hands where I can see them.
You, sir, are a forest ranger. I do not give a shit what you think. You are getting me out of here. Dude, you gotta listen. We need to go now.
Man, take a leak quick. Need backup.
Take a leak quick. What?
Don't move.
Don't move. Something's out there.
I don't see anything.
Damn, he was in the car anyway.
What the fuck?
Hey,
Oh my God.
hey, no cussing. I told you. We're fucked. No, we have Matt. He can shoot it. Yes, yes, woo, woohoo. Awesome. We did it. We did it. Oh, he's crying. I guess we made it. What's happening? Oh, we crawled into the car, I guess? Okay. Yeah. Good ending. I love that game. That was great. That was my favourite so far we've played today. Sorry, that was a lie. I hated this game. Yeah, so that was Midnight Bus, guys. What did you think? What did you think? That was a lot of fun. It was buggy and awkward and kind of boring. What do they like about it? Okay, let's be positive. What do they like about it? Thank you for the criticism. Yeah, no worries. I try to be honest with people. Is what I try to do. I feel like a lot of people online hype things up too much, and they say this is the best thing ever, and you watch it and it's like it's okay. So I try to be as honest as I can, even if it means sounding kind of mean. I try to be mean. You gonna watch the trailers? Yeah, I'll watch all that stuff next time we do it. So that'll be next week. We'll do the remainder of Clay County. Another scathing review from More They Do. Interesting concept, but could have had better execution. Yes, it is an interesting concept, being trapped in like a really small area and having a monster like attacking you is an interesting idea. Terrible execution. Didn't like it. What else did I like about it? I liked the setting is comfy. I liked... That was about it, really. That was about it, really. What do you think about asymmetrical horror games? I think that they can be fun, but they often devolve into not being horror. Like Dead by Daylight, it's not... When you very first play Dead by Daylight, it's a scary game, but then like an hour later, it just becomes competitive. I think they can be fun, but... they're okay. I haven't played Dead by Daylight since before Wesker was introduced. I dropped out because it was pretty clear that the devs have no idea what they're doing. And it still seems to be the case, so... I like that it was short. Yeah, that was good. Yeah. Halloween is coming out. Oh, yeah, that dev team that, like, spams those games. Yeah. No, SCP Secret Lab Proto Friends Slop. I still want to give that a go. I might have to organise some friends to do that, I guess. But yes, thank you guys very much for watching Mythonics live. You can find the link to the Midnight Bus down in the channel, and remember we stream these things live. So thank you very much for watching. My name is More They Duke, and remember, you're never alone in the dark. Okay, that was the Midnight Bus, and we've got a couple more games to do. What's next on the list? You didn't miss it? No. Sorry, I'm recording these for YouTube. Doppelganger game. I don't want to play a doppelganger game. The next game is going to be Shift at Midnight. I'm kind of over doppelganger games, to be honest. What's the next one? Rhett. Is Rhett a doppelganger game? Didn't I already play this? Cameroon. Is his name Cameroon? Isn't that the name of like a city? Cameron didn't believe in much. When they said the ritual was harmless, just 5 days, he agreed. A quiet house, a few strangers, a place to belong. But now, he wakes up alone. Every morning, every night, they're already waiting. They never move, but he knows they're watching. Their whispers crawl through the house in a language he doesn't understand. With each passing day, the house changes. The walls breathe, the lights lie, and the rituals feel less like tradition and more like a trap. By the 5th day, Cameroon finally understands. He was never meant to leave. Key features: 5 days of dread. I call that a working week. No dialogue, no escape. PSX-inspired visuals. Atmospheric, psychological horror. Okay, we can do this one. Gameplay 10 minutes? Fuck yeah, we're doing this one. I'm doing Rhett. I'm just over doppelganger horror, to be honest. I know. I mean, I know I say that. And I'm really excited for No, I'm Not Human, but still, you know what I mean. yeah. No, I'm Not Human's out in like 3 weeks. Pretty keen for that. I wonder if I can get an early copy. That might be fun. Because the devs follow me on Twitter. The devs follow me. Do they? Pretty sure they did. What are they called again? Trioscars. Let's see. Because I think I have officially done the biggest video on. Well, no, they don't follow me. What the hell am I talking about then? Well, they hate me. The devs hate me. Wow. What the hell am I thinking of then? Did they unfollow me? That would be really funny. I'm positive they did. I think I do have the biggest. I had the biggest lore video about it. Maybe not the biggest video title. Let's see. No, I'm not a human. Oh, Jacksepticeye, of course, has a 2.1 million video. So he beats me. Can we sort by views? Hang on. I'm just curious. I don't usually like compare this stuff, but I'm just curious now. Manly Badass Hero has an 8.9 million view video. That's crazy. There's a Spanish video. Spanish streaming on YouTube is huge, and there's a few other videos that beat mine for sure. Oh god, shorts too. We're not doing that. But I think I'm definitely the biggest lore. I think so, yeah. Cool. That's pretty cool. I got the biggest lore video on a popular game. That's a cool feeling. I'm kind of tired. Friend slap is a somewhat valid term because it's brought about more games for the sole purpose of the gameplay, and more effort is how the viral clips can get. Yeah, that's definitely true. I think they're still fun, but they're like. I think it is a valid term. I agree. You started for Helldivers 2 coming to Xbox. Is it? Huh. That's taken a while. Helldivers 2 is a pretty fun game. I kind of got turned off of it after that whole thing where they make you made accounts in Sony or whatever. And they wouldn't give me a fucking refund. I was so mad about that. But I still played it for a bit. It was fun. Manu is actually one of the reasons I knew about the game since he made one of the first videos. Yeah, because he covers a lot of indie horror. And Yeah, I think that's where I got turned onto it too, because someone said, like, oh, this video is blowing up. This Many Badass Heroes video is blowing up. You should check it out. And it was that. So I'm like, oh, yeah, you know what? I'll play it and do a video on it. And man, happy I made that decision. So, Spanish speaking is huge. Most of the places don't expect Spanish is taught, but boy, most of the speak Spanish spin-off. Well, I think that might be a bit less of an issue these days, since YouTube is going to be adding automatic dubbing. I think I turned on the option for that on my YouTube videos, but I don't know if it works or not. So, probably in agreement with Sony these days. The Xbox and PlayStation are both basically the same thing hardware-wise. Importing takes very little effort. Gone are the days of PS3 having weird architecture nobody understands. Yeah, that's what it feels like these days. Is most of that really strange architecture stuff. Like Nintendo was the same. They had very strange architecture. But it does seem like you don't... Because... And it probably helps that consoles are so much better now. There's so much more juice in them. You don't have to optimize as much. When you have to squeeze out every single frame, you have to really know the hardware and really optimize for it. But I don't think you have to do that as much these days. Really encouraged to try and learn Spanish by my boss for opportunities. Really? I'll probably not learn Spanish. I don't like the language. Sorry, Spanish bros. I don't like how it sounds. I am a monolinguist, and I will never speak any language other than Australian. So you guys are gonna have to deal with that. Sorry, guys. Right, let's play Rhett. I am getting tired. We'll probably just play this game and then finish up. Probably. Let me see. Gameplay. This song is really good. It's called Teeth on the Signalis soundtrack. It's really good. I really like it. Oh, why did it start on this screen? Gosh darn it. No, you bugger. Fuck me, it's on the wrong screen. I guess I'm just going to have to do it on the wrong screen. That's annoying. Move my stuff around. Gosh darn it. Sorry, this is going to take a bit of setup because this game has decided it doesn't have a windowed mode either. I thought Australian is British English. No. It's Australian. Ever click on a YouTube video thinking it would be good, then halfway through the video says Garbo? All the time. No, I'm Not Human hits differently because I am an Anglican. We're far more progressive. No, I'm Not Human talks about faith, vampires, other popular ideas that have deep meaning in eschatology. Essential eschatology. Our present and future might help you understand a bit about the end of the world theology in I'm Not Human. Though I am biased as I'm progressive. There are lots of different views on eschatology. I'll look that up. I find No, I'm Not Human fascinating. Sort of religious talk. No, that's fine. We don't mind a little bit of religious talk here. I am religious myself, and especially when it's like that's so loud. What is happening? Why is there so much noise happening? There we go. Especially when it's like about it. Like if a game covers it, then I'm more than happy to talk about that stuff. Right? I don't cover games that cover topics that I don't like talking about. So like, you know, if a horror game covered modern politics, for example, I wouldn't cover it because I don't care. It would have to be an absolute banger for me to give a shit about it. But I like talking about religion. I like talking about all that stuff. I find it very interesting. So, how much of the difference between Australian, British, and American English? I kind of don't care. Because Australian English is just the best, so. Realistically, there's like no difference. There's like some spelling differences between British English and American English. We do officially use British English here. Okay. Where is this? Boop. Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Mythonics Live. Today, we are playing a game called Wret by Vinyl. And of course, as always, the link is down in the description if you'd like to check it out. And the story about this one is that a group of strangers, 5 strangers, spend 5 days in a nice, quiet, secluded house to perform a ritual. But something goes wrong. Kinda spooky. The house changes every day, the wolves breathe, the lights lie, and the rituals feel less like tradition and more like a trap. So, I'm actually kind of keen for this one. So let's get straight into it. Okay. Now we're playing Wret by Vinyl. Disclaimer, everything's imaginary. Thank you. Good disclaimer. Candles, look out for it. So look out for the candles, okay. Obey, okay. Go to bed. Can I finish the stream first, or no? Day 1, brainwashing. That's a creepy noise. I kind of dig this aesthetic. I kind of dig it. It's a little hard to see what's happening sometimes, but it's kind of cool. Are they cutting flesh? That's a creepy noise. That's a really unpleasant noise. Let's get this candle first, huh? So we can see what's happening. Let's go over here. Oh. It's okay. I understand what you say most of the time, but I couldn't understand what Andy Cooks says if there's no subtitles available. That's really funny. I've had foreigners say that Australians can be hard to understand sometimes. I've actually heard that before as well. Ooh. The normals on his head are reversed. That's kind of scary. That's a scary look. What am I doing today? Am I actually just supposed to go to bed? I might. Am I short? Am I really short? I think I am. Alright, I'm just gonna go to bed then. No? I can't. The Hurricane Bingo 2? Yeah. Instructions not clear in the slightest. Am I dumb? Am I missing something? Open the window. Open sesame. Open the fridge. I'm hungry. Open the stove. Give me this cup. I am so short. What is happening here? Oh, there we go. Can we burn this house down? Door slam open now. 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 Okay. Offering. Okay. Who is it? No. 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 No, I'm not going to help you. No. Cook the bucket of goo. No, can you be quiet, please? I'm not going to help you, dude. No. No. No, we're not going to do that here. Oh, you're a little different, buddy. Levitating. Levitating offering. Okay. Game is very dreamlike. It is. I kind of like the vibe. Help me. Quiet. I'm going to bed. Grinding. Okay. 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, just had to take care of something. We're gonna go grind. Let's see. Come on, let me out. There we go. Down here. Grind for Azeroth. One of these things, maybe? No. No. Is this like an oven? There's something we had to put in the oven. The candle. No. Oh, maybe this is telling me where to go. Oh, what the hell? Oh, hello, buddy. Oh, that's unpleasant. Thanks. Look, you guys kind of knew what you signed up for when you said we're going to go to the demon ritual house. And it's entirely on you if you go to the demon ritual house and you get murdered by it. That is entirely on you if something bad happens. That's like an industrial grinder or something? Yes, can I move around? Can I look around? There we go. Yes, yep, sure, buddy. Carry the pot that way. Carry the pot that way. Sure, why not? When I go to the demon ritual house and a demon ritual happens there. Bros, there's a demon ritual in the demon ritual house. What? Oh, no. They got me in the demon ritual. How did I didn't know this would happen. I didn't think I would be part of the demon ritual in the demon ritual house. Well, your head just rotated all the way around, buddy. You okay there? Here you go. Have some more slop. There you go. Some sideways slop. Good boy. Do you like that? Do you like your slop? Yeah? I am like a kid or something, aren't I? Peak friend group, by the way? Absolutely. If your friend group isn't conducting demon rituals on each other, then look, frankly, you need to find new friends. Good night. You guys just keep, They're inside. What? You guys just keep doing that creepy thing where you're just like staring at each other. You okay? You okay, buddy? You look a little, char grilled there. Well, at least you're happy. That's the important thing, right? Can you leave for a minute while I... No? Okay. Well, I'll just go later then. Oh, so he went up there and then he vomited blood? Cool. Wish I had friends to invite over to cool party games with. Exactly. Went to the demon ritual house and you won't believe what happened. Do not go at 3 a.m. Well, a lot of blood around here, guys. I'm a little concerned about why there's... You know, guys, we had to talk about this. You've really got to clean up after yourselves when you do your demon rituals. Like, it's just the part of being a good roommate. Oh, that's different. Hey, you're really tall. Okay. Well, I guess, do I sit down? I do. No? Whoa! Why was I, like, kicked up into the... Why was I, like, kicked up into the air? What was the deal with that? We're gonna get, like, a jump scare? I actually can't see what the jump scare is because it put me in the wrong spot. Day 5, you're one of them. Am I? I'm tiny! Made for Pizza Doggy Game Jam. Cool. Rhett. I wonder if that means anything. Rhett. Thank you, Vinyl. This was a good game. I enjoyed this. I deliberately entered the demon ritual house where dangerous esoteric summonings happen. Now a demon summoning ritual has happened. How could this happen to me? So what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Hello, Cokesmith. Welcome back. What do you guys think of Rhett? Well, it was better than the other ones we played today. I like the vibes. I really like the vibes, actually. It was a bit buggy, which I know it was made for a game jam, but I think an extra, like, hour of bug fixing probably would have helped this. It wouldn't have been much. Kind of cool, kind of a little short and spooky. I actually liked it. You know, I liked it. Best out of 3 besides whatever happened to you at the end. Yeah, that was a little weird. I'm almost tempted to play through again just to try and get that, but I kind of don't want to also. So we could probably like rush it really quick, right? Because it wouldn't be that long. Can I? Why is my mouse suddenly not working with this game? Hang on. What is happening here? My mouse is just not working. Is this like a... Is this a bug? I think there might be a bug. The mouse is just not working. Hang on. Hang on. Let's try that again, shall we? Everything's imaginary. Please let me skip. Oh, good lord, please let me skip this. I can't skip this. Oh yeah, I got turned into a candle. What the hell was that? Day 1, brainwash. Okay, we'll speed run. Do people use psychological horror to mean vibes now? I'm so confused on what the psychology is. Good question. I think so. I think they do, yeah. I think they use it to mean any horror where the horror isn't a monster that's directly chasing you to kill you. I think that's what they mean. If it's not a slasher, it means it's psychological horror. No, I'm not going to help you. Shut up. We've been over this, dude. Sitcom series where there's a bunch of versions of Mao in the tank basements. One time I was the first to fall asleep at a sleepover and I got turned into a candle. I didn't get to go to many sleepovers as a kid. So I use streaming as a way to fulfill my things I couldn't do as a childhood. To pretend like I have friends. That's what I use streaming for. It works. Mostly. Give me that. Give me that. Yoink. I hung out with some friends once, and all of them started chanting about Yog Sothoth, and then the gate or something, and then one guy got sucked into the abyss. That was pretty funny. Can you do that for a Vine? Do it for the Vine. Now it's a feel stream. It's not a feel stream. It's a fact stream. Take the black pill, bros. Evangelical? Oh, okay. It happens. They're inside. Do I just like go over here for this one? I don't remember. What do I do for this one? Okay, here we go. Oh, it happened again! Oh, so I guess it's just kind of... You don't actually see what happens. Can I move the mouse around? No, I can't. See, look, something happens over to the left, and I don't know what it is. What's happening? Am I a candle? I don't think I'm a candle. I think I'm just small. I'm just a wee lad. A wee lad. Boom, 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 boom. It is good vibes, though. It's a field stream. Yeah, it's a salmon stream. Monsters are metaphors, and the metaphors are real and physical. It's great horror. Silent Hill 2. I haven't played the Silent Hill games. I should really do that. Yeah, my mouse is still locked. It must just like lock the mouse at the end of the thing and then just not unlock it. Yeah, what did you guys think? You guys like it? Boop. Boop. Boom. 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 I like this song. It's neat. I like the vibes. It's a sort of game where it's like, okay, cool. It's a fun little experiment. Could be better, but like, what else could you do with it? I would like to see more from this developer. Is basically what I would say. A lot of games like that out there, and you know, this was a game jam game, so you know, it's pretty common for that to happen. But that was nice. I liked it. I liked it actually. Even if it was a little buggy, maybe a little bit more to do, maybe a little bit more backstory. Give me a little lore. Leave me some notes. No, just give me some. Just give me a little more flavor. You know, who are these guys? What are they doing? Etc. Etc. But no, I liked it. I liked it. Not as scary as it could be. It could be scarier. Yeah. I do like games that try to approach horror from a different direction, so I don't mind when there isn't like a monster chasing you. So I do like the idea of you being in on a ritual, right? The ending seemed a bit random, but otherwise I think it was good. Yeah, why did I get turned into a little guy? What was going on there? Oh well. Yeah, cool. So, like always, guys, this has been Mythonics Live, and you've been watching Mythonics Live with More They Do, and we were playing Rhett. Now, if you're watching on YouTube, then the link is down in the description. So thank you very much for watching, and we will see you next time. And remember, you're never alone in the dark. Okay. Okay, goodbye YouTube. Let's close that. I think that's all we wanted to do for today. I'm getting kind of give me a sweepy boy. I'm sleepy boy. And when I get too sleepy, I get too grumpy at the games and I get too annoyed. But no, they're all good. Next time we'll I want to do more streams next week. That'd be really fun to do the SCP streams, wouldn't it? Your name is a Fire Emblem reference? No, it isn't actually. We both reference the same source. It's an alternate name for the Moddy Do. What do I want to play? I've been playing Night Rain lately, and I beat the only reason I beat Everdark Gladius was because of the buff that gives you an extra life. I wish you knew what that was. The Moddy Do is a black dog that haunts certain areas, and the More They Do is an alternate spelling of that. So the name Moddy Do was taken everywhere, because of course it was. But More They Do was not taken everywhere. Well, More They Do on Twitter was, so I had to be Doog More They, which is kind of funny. But Mouth Dog. I thought the Doog was in reference to your old avatar. No, a lot of people think that. A lot of people think my name is still Mao the Doog, and it isn't. It's More They Doog. That's why I changed to Mythonics, because, well, it's much easier to spell and to say. The thing about Mythonics is that it's a really good name. I came up with it for a second channel ages and ages ago, and I put videos on there, and then I stopped making videos for it. And I always wanted to reuse that name somehow, always. And I decided to rebrand this channel, my main channel, and I thought, well, I'll just use Mythonics. I'll just do that. John Mythonics, exactly. But More They Do is still the sole proprietor and CEO of Mythonics. Exactly. Exactly. It's Mythonics hosted by More They Do, after all. Hey, Zealot Drake, how you doing? Yeah. Now, I do have some plans for... This is top secret. Okay, so don't tell anybody, guys. Don't tell anybody. So, you know how we have Mythonics as the main channel? And we have Mythonics Live as the second channel? I have plans for a third channel. Well, actually, we also have Mythonics Archive, which was the original Mythonics channel. And I actually want to start uploading all my extra footage there that I record for video games, because you know when you're recording a video game, you record hours and hours of footage, and then you just cut out the parts you need, right? I've got shitloads of footage that I'm not using for anything, so I thought, well, I might as well upload it there, and if people want to use it for their own videos, they can go right ahead, right? Or if they just want to see full playthroughs, so. Black dogs are scary. Recall learning about the folklore from the UK. The dog in Hand of the Baskervilles and inspired from that. Yeah, it's a very similar... or it is the same. I don't remember, actually. Is it for Maid Meow? No. So there's going to be Mythonics. There's going to be Mythonics Live. There's going to be Mythonics Archive, which will probably be really slow back burner channel. That's just whenever I work on a video, it'll just get free footage. And then there will be another one, and I'm still deciding the name of it, and I'm not going to say what it is. But it's different. It's something really cool. It's a really cool project that I'm really excited for. And it's going to take a while to actually make it work. But if it does actually work, and I'm still doing tests, I'm still planning it out. I need to do some recording tests and whatnot. It's not. I will say that it's not. It's not as like a face reveal or like a face channel or anything like that. I haven't ruled that out, but that would be far in the future if I do that. I'm not planning that anytime soon. But I am. This other channel is something very different, and it'll be working with other people. It'll be quite different to what I usually do, so it'll have to be a different channel, and it'll be cool. Really excited for it. Plans, but he can't say what they are because the haters will sabotage him. I do like talking about this stuff, but I also don't want to, because like, you know, when you're working with other people, you kind of don't want to promise stuff that, you know, maybe they have to drop out or whatever, and then it's like, then they have to explain to people, oh, why didn't you work with this and whatnot. Plus, there's like a nice element of surprise as well. It's like a Christmas present, right? I want to make sure to give you guys the best experience possible. And it's still changing quite a lot because it's still very early. Like, I've done a lot of writing for it, done a lot of planning, but it could just be the case where I end up doing tests and it ends up shit, right? And it's like, oh, okay, well, I got to scrap that, but I promised all this stuff and et cetera, et cetera. So it's that's why a lot of people don't say things ahead of time, you know, just because so much can go wrong in the meantime. Imagine Mythonic's OnlyFans. No, that'll never happen. That will never happen. No, don't worry about that. Muddy Doo sounds just like Muddy Dog. Interesting. Rinna is Irish like Riona means queenly. Ah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, people go to like Greek and Latin and Hebrew for like old names, but if you just go to like Old English, it's different enough that it sounds cool, right? Oh, maybe I should do that for this project. I need a whole bunch of names. Interesting. But yeah. So I'm working some stuff. Working on main channel videos, obviously. Trying to improve live streams. And there's a lot going on, and it just takes time. And now I actually have time. Which is a silver lining. I have a bit more time now. But the main focus is always main channel videos, because that's sort of like what's where most of my money comes from. So it's you kind of have to make it your focus. But if this other thing works, if this new channel works, then it'll be pretty cool. It'll be pretty cool. And what I've been doing lately is I've been spending my mornings working on main channel videos, and then after a while your brain just sort of stops, right? And so you need to take a break, and then I'll go and work on some other things, and I'll work on this other thing because it's really, really fun and creative. Not that main channel isn't, but you just need to change it up, right? And this is my own creation too, so there's a bit of a difference, right? When you're covering other people's things, it's very different from, you know, writing and creating your own, right? And this is my own, so it's pretty cool. But yeah, so I won't say any more about that until it's a lot closer to release, and that's honestly, it's one of those things that if I smash it out, it could start very soon, but I want to be very slow and methodical about it. Just be very careful. Just do it right. So it'll probably be at least at the very earliest, I would say a month before it starts. Before we get a single video out. But probably I kind of want to do it all at once. I won't say anymore. Do your best, do it right. Exactly. That's what I like. That's what I like doing. So I came across a horror artist who I thought was Fear and Hunger inspired, but it just ended up being horror yaoi. What's the difference? What's the difference? This is Lived In by Cicada Sirens and 1000 Eyes from the Signalis soundtrack. Signalis soundtrack has lots of creepy stuff. It also has some bangers like this one. Cigarette Wife, banger. Yeah, cool. Cool soundtrack. Have you played Psychopomp? I did. I did not enjoy it. I played it for like a couple of hours and I couldn't get into it. I don't like that style of movement. It really annoys me. I find it very, very tedious, that grid-based movement. And I didn't like the vibes that much. They were okay, but it wasn't for me. So I did give it a good couple of hours because I was like, well, because I haven't liked it in the past. Sucker Pump. Oh, I didn't play on this account. Because I didn't like it at the start. I thought, no, I'll just give it some time. But it didn't click. It just didn't click. But people seem to like it. They got fucking plushies going. You know? I thought maybe I'd do a video about it, but... Oh well. Best first playthrough guide. Maybe I should look at this. I mean, to be fair, the game is really short. Oh, is it? Is it? There's 3 levels. Oh, okay, there's only 3 levels? What the hell? Oh, that is pretty short then, isn't it? Maybe I should give it another go. Maybe we'll do it on stream then. Well, think about that. There's only so much time in the day is the issue. And I have a lot I need to cover. There's so many games I want to cover. Like, it's crazy. I need like a full team of 10 people to help me do this. If I do watch you play Call of Cthulhu Choose Your Own Adventure books, you can get one of them for free, Alone Against the Flames, on the website, or the Horror SNES sound novel Otogirisu. You can play Alone Against the Flames for free on the old Call of Cthulhu app. That can be easy emulated. An hour for Psychopomp. That's nothing. What the hell? How did I play it for so long then? Alright, well, we might wrap up then for today, guys. I think that's really loud. What am I doing? There we go. Thank you very much for coming in. I hope you had fun. I had fun. Next week we'll finish up Clay County catalog, and then we'll play some horror games as well on the Friday. Maybe I'll try and throw in some work streams as well, but we'll see how we go. Maybe we'll try and throw in an SCP stream too. That might have to be a bit more casual, those ones, I think. We'll see. We'll definitely book in the analog horror watching and the indie games for sure. We'll book them in. Come on to essays? No, that's all right. We're just chilling out here. We have fun. We have funsies. All right, guys. You know what I should do? I should find someone to raid on Twitch. I haven't done that in forever. Quiet. Who's online? Actually, I don't feel like doing that. You're my viewers. I'm not going to send you to anybody else. So, too bad. Oh, you're here forever, guys. You are not leaving. It's over. It's over. Let's get an evil song going. Evil. You're here forever. Thank you guys very much. You've been watching Mythonics Live, hosted by More They Doog. And remember, you're never alone in the dark.